Hi, I'm John Hersker, and welcome to another edition of Flashback Cinema. Today we present a crime drama from one of Hollywood's most exciting filmmakers. From 1994, it's Pulp Fiction. Writer-director Quentin Tarantino grew up in Los Angeles loving movies. His mother named him after a character called Quint, played by Burt Reynolds in the TV Western Gunsmoke. She took him to movies, all kinds of movies, from the time he was a young boy. As Tarantino would later recall, he had tunnel vision for movies and didn't really have time for anything else. He dropped out of high school and at the age of 16 got a job as an usher at the Pussycat Theater, a porn theater in Torrance, California. When he was 22, his encyclopedic knowledge of cinema helped him to land a job as a clerk in a video store, where he continued to expand that knowledge. Years of trying to break into the movie business followed, with Tarantino writing screenplays, scraping his pennies together to make short films, taking acting classes, even appearing as an Elvis impersonator in an episode of the TV sitcom The Golden Girls. The pay from the Golden Girls gig, including residuals he received from reruns of the episode, eventually totaled around $3,000, which Tarantino has credited with sustaining him during the period he was putting together financing for his first feature film. That film, Reservoir Dogs, a low-budget action movie about a diamond heist gone horribly wrong, was both written and directed by Tarantino. Reservoir Dogs caused a sensation at the Sundance Film Festival in 1992, and suddenly Tarantino was being noticed in Hollywood. Following the sale of two original scripts, True Romance and Natural Born Killers, Tarantino returned to the director's chair for today's film, Pulp Fiction, for which he also wrote the script based on a story by Tarantino and Roger Avary. Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avary would go on to win Academy Awards for their writing of Pulp Fiction. The film's title comes from the mid-20th century, when gritty, racy crime stories were published in detective magazines and books on low-grade paper, hence the term Pulp Fiction. The film features multiple plot lines that come together in unexpected and sometimes darkly humorous ways. And then there is the cast of extremely colorful characters. There are two hitmen, played by John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, assigned to do a job that takes an unexpected turn. There's a down-on-his-luck boxer, played by Bruce Willis. And then there's the mob boss, Ving Rhames, and the mob boss's wife, Uma Thurman, who joins Travolta on the dance floor in one very memorable scene. This movie also features a strong supporting cast that includes Amanda Plummer, Tim Roth, Harvey Keitel, who Tarantino has called his favorite actor, and even Tarantino himself. Pulp Fiction opened in theaters in October of 1994 and scored big at the box office. It grossed over $200 million worldwide, particularly impressive for an independent film made on a budget of $8 million. Pulp Fiction also revitalized John Travolta's career, which was in a slump when Tarantino, a big fan of Travolta's early work, cast him in this movie. Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, and John Travolta all received Academy Award nominations for their performances in this film, which garnered 7 nominations in all, including Best Picture. Remember, Flashback Cinema is a regular feature at this theater. We screen a different classic movie each week. To make suggestions for upcoming films, go to flashbackcinema.net. Be sure to join us next week when we kick off our 6-week series of holiday classics with The Polar Express, the screen adaptation of Chris Van Allsburg's beloved children's book. And the following week we present the comedy Elf. Will Ferrell stars as Buddy, the enthusiastic elf who is, well, different from the other elves. And now let the mayhem begin. Here's Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction.